Hey trackies, welcome back to another video. Please remember to smash that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. That's how the video gets you the YouTube algorithm. Share the video if you care. I hope you care, so share. And yes, please sound off in the comment section below. Now, great news. TXT Track Time, the main page is up and running. I know y'all are not getting the notifications, so head on over to the main page. I got new stuff up there so that you'll be able to see what I drop, whether it be on TXT Track Time and also as well TXT Track Time News. I'll be dropping on both pages going forward. Now, trackies, excitement are gone. Now, guess what? Our athletes, or a few of them in particular right now, have an opportunity to potentially get a buy into the World Championships. Beer excitement are gone. Now you may be asking, how is this possible? Well, guess what? World Athletics updated their policies where they included a potential buy for the area champion. Now, this is what they had to say. The area champion in each individual event to be contested at the World Championships automatically qualifies for the World Championships, irrespective of whether his performance has reached the entry standard, on the condition that there is no better entry by World Athletics rankings of another athlete from the same area in the same event. Now, you may be wondering, what is T going on about? What is this area championships? Well, guess what, trackies? The J3s has now released the team that will be representing Jamaica coming up at the NACAC Senior Championships. Now, NACAC standing for North America, Central America, and the Caribbean Athletic Association. Here this trackies. This is an absolutely phenomenal opportunity for men and women in the 100 meters. On one know why? Someone might guess already, and that is because the Big Bad USA that is also a part of NACAC, guess what? Them already have buy for the men and the women in the 100 meters, so they can't get any more. They already have the defending champion in Noah Lyles for the men, and for the women Shakira Richardson, so that is it for them. Them not get no extra opportunity. So Team Jamaica has a phenomenal opportunity to go out there and cop 2 additional buys in the men's 100 meters and the women's 100 meters. No, for a woman, actually, it's probably even better because one, we don't have to contend with the Big Bad USA. As I said, they've already taken up 4 slots because they have the defending champion from the World Championships. But track is, me not lie to you, me not believe that there's any other country that can vie with Jamaica right now when it comes to the sprints other than Team USA. So this is pretty much our buy for the taking. We have to go dash it where wicked finna get that by here. So, in my opinion, locked and sealed, buy, ready to be delivered to the eventual winner at the NACAC Senior Championships. So Tia Clayton is on the list of athletes that will be representing us at the NACAC Championships. Now, I want you to keep in mind that if you do indeed win at the NACAC Championships, you have to ensure that you're the fastest athlete in your region. So keep that in mind. That being said, trackies, let's jump into the list of athletes that will be representing us at the NACAC Championships, and of course the athletes, as I said, that have an opportunity to get that buy, again providing that we already don't have the defending champion. So you have to scratch events like the women's 200 meters, the women's 100 meter hurdles, the men's 400 meters, but every other event on that list is up for grabs. But guess what? I'm positive that other countries will be thinking the same. So it's not going to be so easy for, Jamaica to walk in and, take over, because unless you all forgot, NACAC stands for North America, Central America, and the Caribbean. And guess who that includes? Big Bad United States of America. And I'm sure there are a number of athletes there that will be interested in potentially getting a bye to represent at the World Championships for the events that they do not have the defending champion in. And as things stand right now, the Diamond League finals has yet to, begin. So we don't know which athletes are getting the bye from that perspective. But one thing for sure, this is a major opportunity, especially, as I said, for Tia Clayton. Now, jumping into the athletes athletes that will be representing us. From the female side, in the women's 100 meters, we have Tia Clayton and Jodine Williams. For the males, we have Ryiem and Rohan Watson. Fantastic team. And actually, even though you hear me harping on Tia Clayton, a number of athletes do have that opportunity. For the Mandem trackies, hear this. This is going to be an absolute battle between Ryiem and Rohan Watson, both turning up at the National Senior Championships with their absolute best for the season. I'm talking about Ryiem fourth in the 100-meter finals, 9.98 seconds, and Rohan Watson fifth in the finals trackies with a 10.04 seconds. However, his fastest time at the championships was at 10 seconds on the nose. So trackies, they're literally separated by 2/100ths of a second. And when I look at them technically, trackies, me not tell you no lie. Ryiem run good, and so does Rohan Watson. The two of them look technically flawless when them are run. So it's really, really hard to split the difference between them both. And one of them just have to go outright win, because not only are their times very similar, but like I explained for the NACAC Senior Championships trackies, they have to make sure that their time is faster than any other athlete that is also in the same area. So it means that Rohan Watson can't win and a run faster than 9.98 seconds. He has to make sure that he goes faster than that if he wants to trump out a Ryiem for that bye. Now here this track is, keep your eyes on Team Canada. They don't have the strength and depth like Team USA, but their times in comparison to what Rohan Watson has done and also Ryiem it is quite comparable. And here what too, their National Senior Championships not gone yet. So I'm expecting their times to improve, heading into what will also be an opportunity for them once they select their team to head off to the NACAC Senior Championships. So I'm definitely keeping my eyes on Team Canada, but overall track is, look here, Ryiem Rohan Watson better come out and do the do, because this is a big opportunity for Jamaica to have 4 in the men's 100 meters. The women, Tia Clayton, Jodine Williams will be there. Really did think that Tia was on the verge of breaking into that 10.7. She looked immaculate all season. Picked up an untimely injury at the Racers Grand Prix, which led into the National Senior Championships, where she went down in the finals. Given the fact that the NACAC Senior Championships comes up August 15th through to the 17th, she has a bit of time to hopefully, get back healthy. My view, I was kind of hoping that she would sit out for the rest of the season, but hey, guess what? If she's good to go, then she's good to go, and I'm here for it, because nothing like having another 10.7 athlete in your arsenal to go back out there on the world stage and remind the rest of the world why we name what we name. But anyway, that being said, the women's 100 meters, the men's 100 meters looks absolutely awesome. Then when we jump into the 200 meters, we have Ashanti Moore, Gabrielle Matthews line up there. These athletes are focused on, in my opinion, getting the standard, the qualification standard, to make sure that they head off to the World Championships, because these athletes did finish in top 3 at our National Senior Championships, right? So Ashanti Moore qualified, and also Gabrielle Matthews. All they're worried about is the time. Same thing for Christopher Taylor and an Adrian Kerr. Times matter, right? We're trying to ensure that we hit that qualification standard. When we, compare against, the rest of the athletes in this particular region, that world ranking where they get that bye. So right now for these particular athletes, times are very much important. Now for the 400 meters, Dejanay Oakley, Stacey and Williams, again, times being important. Rasheen McDonald, Delana Kennedy, times. These athletes are going after the qualification standard, because based on where they placed at the National Senior Championships, they already qualified. All they have to worry about is getting that qualification standard. Women's 800 meters, Kellyanne Beckford, also Navaski Anderson, Tyrese Taylor, again, qualification standard. This is what these athletes are after. Now, when we go to the women's 100 meter hurdles, unfortunately, even if this athlete or these athletes run, fast enough, we are already sending 4 people in this event, so they will not be able to get a bye. Now, when it comes to the men's 100 meter hurdles, Demario Prince is going, Tyler Mason is going. I believe they've already automatically qualified based on the times they ran, right? So no, worries there, just getting more races in, especially from a championship perspective, where where you have to consider rounds. So it'll be great to see these athletes competing. Women's 400-meter hurdles, Genevieve Russell, Shanice Walker will be there. Men's 400-meter hurdles, Asini Wilson, Malik James King. For the long jump, we have Nia Robinson there, as well as Kiri McLeod and Shondi Thompson. For the high jump, we have Raymond Richards and Romain Beckford. Again, competition is necessary. High level competition as well before they head into the World Championships. I think this is a great meeting to test their mettle, or at least get into that mind frame of, competing at a championship, right? For the discus throw, we have Samantha Hall representing for the women, Frederick Dakers and Chad Wright for the men. For the women in the shot put, we have Lydrika Cameron. For the women in the hammer throw, we have Nayoka Clunis. For the women in the triple jump, we have Shanika Ricketts, Jordan Scott for the men, and in the javelin throw, we have Elvis Graham. So, trackies, those are the athletes that will be slated to represent Jamaica coming up at the NACAC Senior Track and Field Championships, which begins August 15th through to the 17th. A lot of these athletes are probably after a bye, aka Tia Clayton, the likes of Ryiem Ford, Rohan Watson. These athletes for sure will be after a bye. For the rest of the athletes, for the most part, they're going after the qualification standard for their individual events, because based on where they place, they are already in top 3 to represent Jamaica at the World Championships. The only thing that's blocking them is getting that qualification standard. All right, so trackies, let me know your thoughts. Tia Clayton gets another opportunity. Are you excited to see her go out on the track? I know I am. Again, as I said, as long as she's fully healthy, because it always pains me seeing athletes run in pain. But then again, I'm also reminded that athletes for the most part are never really 100%. So as long as she's good, I'm good. I'm excited. I'm ready to see her go, ready to see her fly, ready to see her blossom, just like how I see Tina Clayton blossoming in 2025. Let me know your thoughts. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.